today, let's talk about family studies for the 2023-2024 school year. Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aileen Clark. I am a homeschool mom to four. I'm a cookbook author and food blogger. And on YouTube, I mostly have been sharing about my homeschool journey. Okay, so today let's talk about family studies for the 2023-2024 school year. This year I have a 6th grade son, a 4th grade daughter, and a 1st grade daughter. I also have a toddler in the mix that keeps us extra busy. I like to call her my little tornado because she's constantly stirring something up. So today I'm just going to talk about the subjects that we are studying together as a family, which is primarily history and science, but we're also doing some literature studies in there as well. So starting with history. If you've watched my previous videos, last year we used History Quest for US history. And after talking to my kiddos about it over the summer, I realized that maybe that was a little bit boring for them, for one of them at least. So we're changing it this year. We're still doing the 4-year cycle and we're starting over with ancients, and we are going to be trying Curiosity Chronicles. The reason why I chose Curiosity Chronicles is the story format, if you listen to it in the audiobook, tends to be a little bit more engaging. I like that there's colorful pictures throughout the book. So I did purchase the audiobook and the textbook so we could reference the pictures. One thing about History Quest, I thought it was really interesting and informational, but their pictures were mostly black and white. So the colorful pictures, they have pictures of real artifacts in there. I find it really a lot more interesting and engaging. The other thing that Curiosity Chronicles has is, and some of you are not gonna be a fan of this and that's okay, but it has worksheets. It has a workbook that you can use with your kids. And in the workbook, there's like some comprehension questions, which we usually just do verbally. There's a vocab where you match the vocabulary word to its definition. There's usually a crossword puzzle in there and a coloring sheet. So I'll have my 6th and 4th graders do the vocab and the crossword puzzle, and I'll have my 1st grader do the coloring page. And then if she wants to try the crossword puzzle or if there's a word search that week, she'll add in and do that. So that's what we're doing for history this year. We're studying ancient history with Curiosity Chronicles. Moving on to science. We are sticking with Real Science Odyssey. We used them last year and studied astronomy. This year we are studying physics. This is a big, hefty book. It's a year-long study. So we'll see how I do with that because I tend to like to do, in the past I've done more like unit study style so that we could study different things. But this one has a lot of hands-on projects and it's completely scripted, which is what I like about Real Science Odyssey. So that's what we're doing for science all year. We're using a literature study that I actually purchased 2 years ago when my oldest was in 4th grade. It's a level 4 lit study and didn't end up using it for him. And so this year we're doing this as a family, and the agreement was I was not going to assign novels to him. He can read in his free time whatever he wants to read, which is mostly The Bad Guys and Big Nate, and that's what makes him happy, and I want him to be happy reading. So as a family, we're gonna do the literature studies, and what we're using for that is Blossom and Root, level 4, Heroes and Myths. And what I like about this is that we're learning all about a hero's journey, and so every week she has just a section here that's the elements of a story, and it's scripted. So I read the elements of a story to them, and then there's like a narration option and there's a journal prompt. It's really simple. Every week there's some other kind of little project that ties in with the story you're reading, but also the element that you're learning about for that book. So I'll do another video about all of the novels that we're going to be reading this year, because we're going to be reading these and also some from a book club that my kids are a part of. So there's a lot of novels we're fitting in there, but that's what we're doing for literature. For my 1st grader, my expectations are lower. Maybe I only have her write a sentence or draw a picture, whereas my 6th grader needs to write a paragraph. So I do try and cater it to their learning level, but then we get to read the books together. The first book is Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim, which is a really good one. Along with the Blossom and Rote Hero's Journey, they do also have a section called Tasty Geography. She pairs it with a kids cookbook that's all about recipes from countries around the world. And so we study a different country every week and then can do a recipe from it. Now, knowing myself, I know we're not going to do every recipe. What we will be doing is studying the country assigned, probably finding a video on it, because my kids really love watching like short YouTube videos, and looking at it on the globe or in an atlas to discuss where it is, and we may occasionally add in the recipes. So that's my plan for geography this year. Lastly, my kids are going to be doing something that ties in with the heroes and myth from Blossom and Root. It's called the Super Secret Notebook. It's like half art, half creative writing, and basically the kids have their own book with like art paper in it. It's a spiral notebook with art paper, and every week is a different prompt, and they can keep it a secret or they can show it to people. It's really up to them. So one week they create a crossword puzzle. Simple enough. They decorate the background and then add the word search. They add the word search on there. But then on another week, they may add a secret message, and then they can paint over it and no one knows the message. And it's something that they can just write in there and have it be their own super secret notebook. So originally I was going to do that with my 2 older kids and have my first grader do something else, but we've already started, and immediately they were all like, why isn't Allie doing this? She would like this too. And so I got her a book and she's doing it too, and it's been going really great so far. So that's it for our family studies. Easy peasy. We're not doing anything extra this year. I wanted to add in a nature study, but I have to pick and choose what I do because we only have so much time. So that's history, science, and literature. And if you have any questions or if you want to flip through of any of these items, just give me a comment below. And I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and also hit that bell so you are notified of all my new videos. Bye.